Hello guys and gals, me Mudahar, and today's a little update, a conclusionary video on EDP 445. Now people are like, but Muda, what's changed? Why another video on EDP 445? Let's stop beating this dead horse. And the reality is I agree with you, but I like conclusionary videos, and I like things ending. Now, of course, this video was brought to me by basically 2 days ago witnessing a clip from EDP's live stream where he brings up the fact that he has kidney failure, and it really tested my humanity, the ability of me having a soul inside. But before we go into it, I want to just really stress the most important thing to me. I believe children are the future, and if you're not there to protect your children and the next generation, what are you doing? At the end of the day, computers are human beings are just computers, right? We pass on genetic data to the next, all right? You play enough Metal Gear Solid 2, you'll have the same worldview. Sometimes life can be that goddamn simple, all right? It is what it is. Look, adults make mistakes and choices. Kids do not. They're the next generation. They're the future, okay? They're allowed to live dumb and free, until they hit the age of 18 and they got to start getting their shit together. But of course, until then, we try to protect them as much as we can. I may not have any children of my own, but I have children in my life as part of my family and friend circle that I would die trying to protect. And it's just like that. I'm sure you have that. I'm sure everyone you know has something like that going on in their life. So when it came to EDP 445, a character that I once defended because YouTube didn't give him a play button or something, you'd probably still find that clip floating around on the internet. He's went from that to a character that I absolutely vilify and somebody that I have no respect for. That even artificial intelligence has decided to label this man with the cupcake. And when I found out that he said that he had kidney failure, stage 5 apparently, which is a thing by the way, I looked it up, I had no care in the world. There's no skin off my back if EDP lives or dies. Given that EDP has shown no remorse for any of his actions throughout all of this. Now, to understand EDP's history of allegations regarding some of the dirtiest shit ever, EDP has not just been caught once. That predator poachers thing was not the only thing that happened. He's been caught once, twice, 3, and actually, as of recent, a couple of weeks ago too. Allegedly. And I want to say allegedly because, again, EDP has never been convicted. Because of how sting operations work in the United States or really anywhere else in the world, if you're not working with law enforcement and you're not creating a good chain of evidence, congratulations, guys, you screwed up the whole case, and somebody who should have gone to prison to get the help that they needed or to be ostracized from society, rightfully, is now still roaming free. Now, allegedly, the first case of this was all the way back in July of 2020, where EDP was conversing with a user, somebody who he found to be 16 years of age, somebody who he was told. Now, of course, this comes from the account Big Playboy 445. I don't believe this still exists. Okay, talk to you later. Be safe, babes. Being 16 is mad tough, all the responsibilities. 16 taking med classes? Damn, you're a genius. Yeah, I'm 16. Again, I want to remind the audience that in the United States of America, federally, 17, I believe, is the age of consent. 16 is below that. EDP should not have even gotten involved, period, whatsoever. And of course, it's a pretty big red flag when you're using the word babes and referring to anybody. The only person I'm calling babe is the significant other I have, not any child. Babe, I'm sorry, I looked over at my phone, saw you responded, and called someone because I wanted to wish them a happy birthday. I'm sorry, don't leave. Of course, I guess the girl is angry. Whatever. It's true. I'm sorry. Don't be mad. How can I make it up to you? You can leave, my friend. You cannot get involved any further. Of course, that was just one example of the situation. And then, a few months later, in the year 2020, October 2020 rolled around, and there were more allegations, too. For instance, Big Playboy 445 starts off with I'm 17, it's my 17th birthday. Can I get a text back? EDP knows that this person is 17, which, again, gets a little bit hairy in terms of consent stuff. Happy birthday. Thank you so much. You're welcome. And, of course, there was a photo being shared. How can I expose you? You have no pics of yourself up. If anything, it should be the other way around. I have dumb fucks on this EDP shit. People know where I live and stuff. Oh my god, I'm not one of them. I actually like you. I'm keeping it. Just because I'm 17, age is nothing but a number. Yeah, if a minor says that, as an adult, you have the responsibility to cut that off and say no. Probably tell the parents what that kid is up to. Basically stop it right there and then. Honestly, as an adult, you shouldn't have even got involved in the first place. Now, again, when it comes to messages like this, it's often hearsay, right? Like it's he said, she said. You can't really prove a message works or it doesn't. But the reason why trusting EDP has fallen off for everybody is when he was caught by the predator poachers. Now, if you remember the infamous video of him by the apartment complex and where the cupcake meme birthed, EDP was allegedly out there to meet somebody, I think, who was like maybe 13 years of age, maybe a little less than that. And when they met this person, when they were going to meet this person, allegedly, they came across a sting operation that basically grilled him for damn near an hour before EDP ran away. Now, of course, after all of it, EDP didn't get arrested. EDP didn't go through anything. EDP didn't go through any form of legal issues, and he basically got away with it relatively scot-free. I mean, sure, he lost his internet career, he completely got vilified, but EDP was basically working DoorDash jobs and odd jobs here and there, and of course, because of how emotionally charged the situation is, people stalked EDP, doxed him, and constantly harassed him and made him lose every job that he possibly could have. And this is not something I support. I think when somebody commits something like this, they should absolutely be sent to be judged by the court of law. Public opinion has no real bearing on any of that. Harassing this person, causing them to do these kind of things, or ruining their life is typically going to exacerbate their situation and make them do something really stupid. If anything, you should be talking to local law enforcement. You should be talking to the applicable law enforcement so EDP can actually be arraigned, arrested, and given some form of therapy or consultations. I think the thing that makes me shudder the most is what would have happened had the predator poacher sting not been there. Had EDP actually been conversing with somebody of that age and had actually gone in to meet them at an apartment complex. That would have been the thing that always scares me. But of course, a sting operation existed, and that never happened. If anything, EDP got exposed to the rest of the world. Now, of course, his socials got taken away, and of course, it came out that even just weeks ago, EDP was allegedly conversing with another minor whatsoever. So this actually comes from YouTuber Master at Work, who was, I guess, investigating this himself. And it turns out these DMs were allegedly sent by EDP. So thank you. Don't let anyone ever tell you you aren't beautiful. Not even me. You deserve the best. And trust me, if I was in Louisiana, I'd be beating down your door, smothering you with flowers and hugs. And yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I'm just going to be honest with you. I don't think he'll ever learn, Chief. Again, allegedly, if this is him, I don't think EDP is going to learn. And of course, trusting EDP has become a difficult scenario for anybody. Okay, given the predator poacher sting, any form of credibility EDP has is gone. At this point, I trust the used car salesman in my local shop more than I could ever trust EDP, period. The video you posted in the group chat when you and the other guy first added me, can you resend it? It's really hot. I okay, I'm done with that. I'm out of here, Jesus. Now, of course, EDP's socials have since been taken down pretty hard on every mainstream site. So when it came to like, YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, most of these platforms took down all of his stuff within moments of reporting. Obviously, EDP is caught ban-evading over and over and over again, and the only platforms that are left for him are sites like Rumble, where he gets maybe like 100 few viewers, 1,000 if anything, still talking about the Eagles, ignoring this whole situation. So again, EDP's reach has severely diminished. Last time we were looking at his online shop, it actually seems to have completely been gone too. For instance, the shop doesn't even have anything available and it's currently under construction. So even when I looked at the merch funnel last time, it's not even a thing anymore. But of course, even beyond all of it, EDP still finally has his last bastion, which is Instagram, alright? And of course on Instagram, he's still posting random stuff and he still actually has a community. The reason why we're bringing this up again is that EDP announced on his Instagram Live that he actually is going through stage 5 kidney failure. So let's listen to this one.
Yeah, I actually do have kidney failure. Stage 5.
Now again, nobody ever really gets canceled on the internet, even if you look at some of the comments on this live. Hey, we love you, GOAT! Say hi! Yeah, I don't know what's so GOAT about a guy that got caught doing some of the most heinous shit. But then, of course, you've also got to realize he's got about 1,200 people watching live. And of course, when it comes to these people on the internet, the last big bastion they can do, because here's the thing, EDP's never going to have the original audience he once had. He used to be a big live stream. He used to have like several thousand viewers right here on YouTube. And of course, the reason why the stage 5 kidney failure is brought up is either he could have it, but then again, nobody's seen any goddamn report. Nobody's actually seen a dialysis port on him either, because anybody that has stage 5 kidney failure, or typically known as end-stage renal failure, is going to have some port or something where they can actually get dialysis. Again, we haven't seen anything. EDP could have brought it up simply to garner donations, because that's pretty much what it seems like to me. Again, trusting this man is a very, very dangerous endeavor. Now, of course, believing EDP on this kidney failure is kind of like believing Jeffrey Dahmer if all he's going to do is take photos back home at his place. You know, it's just, there's really no credibility in this situation. And of course, for me, I have to really call this a shenanigan because I don't think this is true. I think this is simply a way for EDP to garner donations and sympathy, which is why I'm going to stress, never give this man any of your money. Now, kidney failure is a very real scenario. Obviously, I've seen my family members go through this. My dad's second oldest brother actually had kidney failure throughout like most of my life, most of the times that I've seen him. And it's a very painful thing to go through. And of course, you're pretty much stuck on dialysis until you can actually even get a transplant, if that at best. Now, from what I've read on the internet, from what I've read about the US law, given how healthcare works, apparently back in 1972, President Nixon and Congress signed a bill ensuring free dialysis and renal transplants for US citizens. Which means that hopefully EDP, all right, if he is going through something like this, has some recourse to at least survive for the short term. Again, people who are given stage 5 endgame renal failure, which is again a real thing, this is end stage renal disease, they typically have a life expectancy of I think like 5 to 20 years, okay? 5 is like the very worst estimate where like you're not getting any care, because typically when you have kidney failure, you have to make some really rapid adjustments in your life. I mean, you have to make some changes to your lifestyle, your health, your diet immediately. If you're not doing that, you're dying pretty soon. Especially given EDP's size, it's not going to be very pretty going on forward. But of course, this is the bed that this person has made for himself, given his life choices, and it's not something anybody can feel bad about, if it's, again, true. Now, of course, when it comes to EDP, a lot of people question, hey, do I have to have any sympathy for a man like this on the internet, period? And generally, I would say that, yeah, if somebody is going through the worst of times, even if they have been caught allegedly to do some really terrible things, maybe you can show some level of humanity. But for me, I'm pretty indifferent in this situation. EDP has shown no remorse in any of this capacity. If anything, EDP has just taunted everyone and basically has laughed in everyone's faces that he's gotten away with allegedly some of the worst things ever committed. And, you know, in that case, nobody can really feel bad if he's going through his end-of-life situations. If anything, this is kind of karma hitting a person back. But, ladies and gentlemen, that's pretty much all where we can leave it at. EDP 445 is pretty much done. It's over. The pack watch has actually sailed. This is a situation that's pretty much as done as dead. Ladies and gentlemen, this is me, Mutahar, and honestly, I'm not even going to ask if you like what you saw. This is some pretty heavy shit to have covered. But I wanted to make a full-on history because I needed a conclusionary arc to this situation, and this is about as final as you're getting. Ladies and gentlemen, this is me, Mutahar, and I am